Hello everyone and welcome to the Kotak Cherry IPO Rundowns. On this show, we talk about upcoming IPOs and today we are talking Paytm, the company in India that introduced most of us to the concept of e-wallets. Hi Rohit, can you tell us something about the company?
Hi Abhishek, how are you?
I'm good Rohit, how are you?
So thanks for letting our viewers know about Paytm. Obviously Paytm is one name which is now synonymous with, as Abhishek was saying, e-wallets. So, and their catch tune Paytm Karo is something all of us are very much familiar about. So while we'll talk about some of the key numbers and points that you need to keep in mind while applying for the IPO, one most important thing you should keep in mind is the name of the company is 197 Communications. So that is the parent company of Paytm which is getting listed. There are various businesses which is housed under this company, so we'll talk about them as we go along. But name of the company is 197 Communications. Now coming back to the IPO, the most fascinating thing about this IPO is this is going to be the largest ever IPO in India. The previous one before this was Coal India, which raised about 15,000 crore, and that was almost a decade back. Paytm is looking to raise a little more than 18,000 crore through its IPO. So post its completion, this will be the largest IPO ever which has happened in this country.
18,300 crore. That's a huge number. Are there other huge numbers like this within the IPO, Rohit?
Sure, why not? So to all our viewers, if you will refer to the numbers on the screen, you will see the scale and reach of Paytm which it has achieved over the past 10 years or so. So as I mentioned earlier, the company is looking to raise 18,300 crores in the IPO, which is going to be the largest ever IPO in India. This includes a fresh issue of 8,300 crore and an offer for sale of about 10,000 crores. So as I have mentioned this earlier in one of my old videos, offer for sale is something which goes to the shareholders of the company. This money does not come into the company. 8,300 crore will come into the company. This values the company at close to $20 billion. So that is almost 1.5 lakh crores. The IPO dates are November 8th it opens and November 10th it is closing. The price band is rupees 2,080 at the lower end and 2,150 at the upper end of the price band for each equity share. And the lot size is 6 equity shares. So if you are looking to invest one lot, you'll have to apply for 6 shares. And at the upper end of the price band, this will be close to 13,000 rupees will be one lot size.
$20 billion. For that kind of a valuation, Paytm would have some excellent reach in the country, wouldn't they?
So obviously, Abhishek, this kind of a valuation cannot be achieved without the reach and scale that Paytm has managed. So again, I'll request viewers to have a look at the graphic on the screen. This will take them through some of the key numbers about the company. 333 million. This is the number of customers who are using Paytm's various products. 21 million. This is the number of registered merchants that Paytm is offering its services to. 8 lakh. This is the number of total devices on which its services are being used. 114 million, which is more than 11 crore. This is the number of annual transacting customers. So as you can very well see, the scale and size of Paytm is absolutely mind-boggling.
If the company is already present, the company and its products and devices are already present across India, then how much more potential there is for the business to grow?
Very good question, Abhishek. See, while it is correct that Paytm already has achieved a massive scale, but the scope of growth in India is still hugely underpenetrated. So the kind of products and services which the company is offering, the company believes there is a large growth potential for its products still. Again, I'll share some of the few numbers. If you can look at your screens, roughly $40 trillion to $50 trillion. This is the potential for digital payments market by FY 2026. This is what the company is expecting. About $1 trillion, this will be the FY 26 retail credit outstanding. About $1.6 trillion, this will be the household savings in India. about $228 billion. This will be the total insurance premium. So these numbers we have picked from company's IPO prospectus. So as you can see, while the company has grown quite large, but the runway for growth is still very much available as per company's expectations and beliefs.
Wow, all of these numbers in billions and trillions of dollars. But can all of this only be achieved through an e-wallet, or are there other products that Paytm is counting on?
It's a very good question, Abhishek. See, while Paytm, the e-wallet, is the most visible brand and the most visible product that the company is offering, actually the parent company which is getting listed, which is 197 Communications, as I mentioned earlier, it has got various other products in its portfolio. If you look at the graph on the screen, you can see, obviously as I spoke about, Paytm e-wallet or the payments business is one of the main businesses. Then there is Paytm Mall. It is an e-commerce platform. So just like you buy your stuff on Amazon, Flipkart, there's Paytm Mall where you can go and buy your stuff from. There's Paytm Payments Bank, so where you can open a zero balance savings account and you can transact through that. Then there is Paytm Gold. It is a platform where you can buy digital gold. Then there's Paytm Insurance. This is a business that they are looking to grow, where they will be selling their own insurance products. So as you can see, it is not just about payments. There is a whole host of other services which the company is offering, through which it will achieve its future growth potential.
Oh, it has something for everyone then. It must be making quite a lot of money. Is the company profitable yet?
Abhishek, as is true for many of the other startups in India, the company is not yet profitable at a bottom line, but the numbers have been improving over the past 2 to 3 years. Again, if you'll refer to the graph on the screen, the revenue has remained kind of flattish from FY19 to FY21, which is roughly at the range of 3 to 3,500 crore. However, the losses have reduced significantly. So the loss, which was about 4,000 crore in FY19, it has come down to almost 1,700 crore in FY21. So obviously the company believes as it grows going forward and it is able to offer more products to its customers, it will eventually turn profitable.
Oh, that's a solid improvement in its profitability and numbers. So what does the company plan to do with the IPO proceeds?
So Abhishek, as I mentioned, there are two components to the IPO. About 10,000 crore will go to the selling shareholders, so this won't come into the company. About 8,000 odd crore is what will come into the company. The money will largely be used for its future growth. So company is looking to invest in its growth, and as I mentioned, there are so many products which the company is offering. So they are looking to grow in various categories, acquire more customers, offer more products to the same customers. So that is the future game plan of the company. Applying for the IPO is very simple. You just have to log on to kotakcherry.com or download our Android app, and within a few clicks and few steps you can apply for the IPO. So that's all for today. We'll be back with you pretty soon on IPO Rundown on the next upcoming IPO. Thanks and all the best.